Which case is the best to open? This question has existed for a long time, and while it can be a matter of opinion, there is an objective answer which is also always changing. So in this video, I'll be explaining to you how to find the best case to open at any point in the future. So what about a case makes it objectively the best case? Well, if you're trying to make a profit, it's pretty simple. How much money you put in versus how much money you get out. This is called your return on investment, or ROI. Ideally, we want to get back more money than we put in, but that's not always the case. So we're aiming to recoup as much of our money as possible. So a high ROI is what we're looking for. But is there a way to know how much money we'll get back before we open the case? Well, yes and no. We of course don't know what exact item we're going to get back until we actually open the case, but using math, we can estimate about how much money we should get back. To explain it briefly, we need to consider the probability and price of every single item in a given case. Cases are designed so that each rarity is 5 times rarer than the previous rarity, so their probabilities look something like this. And so when we combine these item probabilities with their current Steam market prices, we can actually estimate how much money we should get from opening any case. We can call this our expected value. So once we have our expected value, we just need to compare it to our cost, meaning the price of the case and the key. Our expected value divided by our cost will give us our expected return on investment. And again, we want the highest return on investment we can get. It's a lot of math, but luckily some very smart people have made websites to do it all for us. Cases.jonesy.mo is the one I'm most familiar with. They explain all this math in a bit more detail, and prices are updated every few hours, so you can always know which case will have the best ROI. And I also feel the need to make the quick disclaimer that this is all estimating through averages. So if you spend $20 opening cases with a 50% ROI and you only get stuff worth $7, that doesn't mean that you failed or that the math failed. That's just how it turned out. You gotta remember that averages are formed with numbers both larger and smaller than the average, and that you're also subject to variance and sample size, and at the end of the day, it is all just still gambling. So to answer which case is the best to open, well, you could be watching this video a week or a month or a year after I upload it, and the prices of skins are always changing. So instead of telling you which case has the best ROI at the time I'm making this, I'll tell you to just go check the website I mentioned earlier so that you can know which case has the best ROI whenever you're watching this video. I'll also have the website linked down below. And that's about it. I hope you learned something and understand a bit more about cases. Thank you for watching, and like and subscribe.